So, hello everybody. This is Tony from Click C for Comics, and I don't know. I was looking through my phone today, and I saw that Sal Buscema had passed away, and I sat there and I thought. One, I felt very, a little sad. I'm always sad when someone passes away, especially someone of a celebrity status that I admire. I'll tell anybody I'm not a fan of anyone, but I am someone who might admire you for your unique talent. Human beings are very talented and creative people, even if sometimes they use their talent in ways that they shouldn't. But whenever you're someone who uses your talent to make the world, society, the country a better place, a happier place, I admire you simply for the simple talent that you have, plus what you decided to do with your talent is what makes you extra special. You have a talent. Good. Most people do have talent. If you know how to manifest it, know how to, use it. But it takes a special level of talent to say that I'm going to take my talent and use it to bring happiness and joy to the world. And just focusing on just Sal Buscema himself, that's what he did. He was an incredible artist, had a special talent, and that talent translated into making the world a happier, better place through his art and the way he drew comic books. Because I grew up, of course, loving comic books and loving his work, along with all the other artists. Because, you know, in the past years, he lost his brother, John Buscema. I believe John Romita passed away a couple of years ago. Gil Kane passed away. Sorry if I got this wrong. Did Joe Sennett also pass on? I think. I think we lost Barry Windsor Smith. I believe, or I could be wrong. I'm 60, almost 63 myself, so I know that a lot of comic book artists have passed away, and I should have taken the time to look in to see who. But this is not a video where obviously I don't do videos where I have fancy pictures everywhere, and I do enter deep research on his impact on the industry, because it goes without saying what his impact on the industry was. This video is more like his impact on me as a person, as a comic book collector, as an artist myself, his impact on me, how it made me feel. So back in the 70s, the mid 70s, I started collecting comic books. One of the first comic books I started collecting was The Incredible Hulk. And at the time, when I started collecting the Hulk, Herb Trimpe was drawing it. And then the Hulk comic books before that, I think I saw Jack Kirby's version of how he drew the Hulk. So when you're a kid, I had no opinion on style and who was better, who was worse. I just had an ability to look at the book, get pulled into the story, and enjoy the artwork for whatever it was. I don't, obviously some artists draw, people will say, he's better than him, he's better than him. I don't usually necessarily use that phrasing. I use the phrasing, he he's not necessarily better, depending on how you look at it. He might be, but I like to say not better, just different. Not better, different. Different style. Because I'm going to be able to tell you straight up from my heart, Gil Kane is my number one. When I saw Gil Kane's style, I said, he's my boy. But I loved all the artists. I loved just about all the Marvel DC artists, and I learned to appreciate their different styles. And when I started buying comic books, I didn't buy comic books because it was well written. I bought comic books because they were entertaining, they were fun, they caught my attention, and I liked the artwork. When I started collecting comics, I didn't really collect I collected comic books, but I collected artists. So if I had a favorite artist, I followed him no matter what book he went to. If he was in, so if Sal Buscema was drawing the Hulk for say 2 years, and then suddenly the third year there's somebody else, I used to go, whoa, what? Wait, Sal Buscema's not doing this book anymore. Where is he going? Where did he fly off to? What book is he jumping on next? Because I'm not fo- I'm not necessarily following this comic book because of the character and the writing. I'm following this comic book because I like the artist who brought out the best in this. He brought out the best in this writer's work and the best in this book, and making the character look, pleasable to the eye. Sal Buscema's artwork was very pleasing to my eye. So wherever he went, I went. So if he left Hulk, I left Hulk. Because the next artist I look like, you got Hulk looking crazy right now. I don't want to follow Hulk right now. I don't know what that's called. I don't know. It is what it is. That's just how I grew up. And that's the way I took it. Now, as I older, I do appreciate writing, but again, I appreciate all styles of artwork. How everybody draw, I can look past certain artists who are kind of like crazy looking when they draw, but still, there's a part of my brain that goes, "Oh, this doesn't look great. I don't like the way this looks," and excuse me, I don't like the way this looks, and I don't want to read this comic book because the artwork doesn't please my eye. So before Sal Buscema came on, it was Herb Trimpe, and Herb Trimpe's style of the Hulk is what I grew up on too, and I loved it. I loved it, and simply because it was, just loved it. I love the character of the Hulk. I love the fact that it was the Hulk's days of the Hulk Smash Hulk. It was the kind of Hulk I really really like. Hulk Smash Hulk, not Professor Hulk, not goofy talking like regular dude Hulk. Not, and a lot of the stuff they're doing today with Hulk just doesn't move me. But I give it a chance. I look at it. I want to see. Okay, what's the plot here? Cool. Let me see the artwork. It's tolerable. I'll buy it. Like I haven't bought Hulk in years, and but I was only buying back issues for many years, and I was buying everything Sal. I was following Sal through his whole Hulk career. Anything else he did, and then they changed artists for a while, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty good, but not my favorite, but it's okay. And I followed Sal when he was redoing Spider-Man later on in the years. I got a whole bunch of those. But his style just when he took over Hulk, I said, "Ooh, who's this guy?" And I looked at the name. His name is Sal Buscema. I said, "Okay, I like the way he draws the Hulk. He draws it much different than Trimpe, obviously. His work was more, in my opinion, a lot more fluid, action packed. The way he punches and the way he drew the Hulk with the different hair and the body and shape. And I used to copy his style all the time. And so boom, I loved it. And he made my childhood memories awesome. and he made me enjoy the Hulk a lot, and kind of kept me in the frame of mind that Hulk is my number one character that I like. So, and then here I took out a few of my favorite Sal Buscema Hulk books, like I was buying Hulk around this time. This is when I was very high on buying Hulk. This is Hulk 194. This is when I believe this is when Sal took over the book. The first time I read it, I saw his work in here. I said, "Oh man, this guy's he's Hulk. This is my guy. I'm gonna be following this guy for the rest of for the as long as I can. I'm following this guy. This is the man. This is Sal Buscema." Then later on, I discovered his later on, I discovered his work. After that, I discovered. I think right after that, I discovered his work, Captain America. When I found Captain America, I seen he was doing those before Hulk, and I was like, "Ooh, let me get those back issues." And I bought all those back issues, and he he even I wasn't a super fan of Captain America, but the way Sal Buscema drew the Captain America and the Falcon, he again I follow the artist, but he brought something. But each artist brings something to the character, bring to the style of the character, and it might make you follow it. And believe it or not, yeah, because of artists like Sal Buscema, I began to collect and follow Captain America. Then further back, he was doing Submariner. I started collecting those back issues as I got older and started learning. And ooh, Sal Buscema, baby, that's Sal right there. Look at that. It's just his style, man. The muscles, the style. It's cool. It's a cool style, and it works for me. It worked for me. And one of my other all time favorites, his work on the Defenders. When he was doing the Defenders, man. Oh man, there's the classic Hulk. His classic style. This is a classic cover that he did. This is a beautiful, man. Beautiful. Sal Buscema, man. May he rest in peace. But anyway, he had a good impact. He had a a personal impact on my life because he in the sense that I wanted to copy his work, draw like him. I used to draw. I used to use his as a reference when I would draw punches and action, the faces, the way he drew the eyes and the teeth. I used to drew it like that. I used to when I would draw superheroes, I would take from him. I would think about what would he put here, and then just do that. And and just so not only did comics had a big impact on my personal life growing up, but so did some of the artists that I admired their work and brought a bit of joy to my life, happiness. So, with that being said, um, rest in peace, Sal Buscema. Um, God bless you. My condolences to your friends, your family, your co-workers, your peers. You'll be missed. You'll definitely be remembered, respected, and loved, especially by an old 62-year-old comic book collector like myself. Um, all of as we get older, along with them, they were obviously he was a grown man when I started collecting. Obviously, he was a grown man, so it makes sense that I don't kind of comprehend all the time. Realistically, he was already way older than me, but it is what it is. It's the name of the game. It's what we signed up for. So once again, rest in peace, Sal Buscema. Condolences to him and his friends and family and his peers. Um, this is Tony signing off for Click C for Comics. No, I just no, hold on. Anything you want, Jenny. I don't care. You don't have to do them all. I just wanted. It was just whenever you see a new one, just do it. You understand? Okay. My wife. I told her, help me out when you see my videos post. Make sure you subscribe. If anybody's better be subscribed, better be all your family members. Better subscribe to your channel. I just tell her watch the just press play and let it run. You don't have to sit there and watch it. It doesn't matter if it has the most. Just press any one. Just when you see it, just press it. It's not your job, but your family should be opening your videos every day and pressing play. And if they've seen it 100 times, you don't have to see it 100 times. Just press play and let it run. Go do something. Come back. Press another one. Let it run. That's. I'm sure that loophole exists somewhere. Somebody who's got like 100 family members. Every day, I want you guys to go to one video. Well, let me get out of here. I'm done with that. Yeah, I don't do editing. I keep it raw. She can talk to me while I film. That's real life. Um, so yeah, this is your boy Tone from Click C for Comics. Everyone have a great, great, safe week. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe, and remember to collect them all. Peace.